I'm crazy and I'm not quite sane. I nearly fell apart. I fell apart. You know it's easy when you take the blame, but then you steal my heart, steal my heart, yeah. Now what you waiting for? I'm not alone.
Hi ladies, I'm back with Sheetal Sheth. I'm so excited to have you here. And today I want to talk about your extreme sports. Yes, you like extreme
I love
sports.
like extreme
It's
sports,
extreme.
like it's part of it. Yes.
You're nuts. You go like
I am a little
skydiving
crazy.
and bungee jumping and whitewater rafting.
Yes.
And you're 3 pounds. You're not crushed.
I'm a little more than 3 pounds. I appreciate that. It's so funny because people always make jokes like that about my weight, and then when they'll pick me up and be like, "Oh, you're not 3 pounds." Man,
She's 4 pounds. She's officially 4 pounds. Have you always been like that? Kind of outgoing?
I think it's one of those. I just want to try everything, and so.
But you like big.
Yes,
heights.
and I like adrenaline pushing type things.
We're not
So,
the same person.
It's not something that I'm every day. I wish actually if I could and was invested in the time and stuff to do it, because it costs a lot of money and the time to go do all that stuff all the time. I would love to, but it's more just a hobby. Like if I'm somewhere and I'm traveling, or if I want a little break, or I want to take a friend.
Let's jump off this cliff.
Then I'll say, or I'll take a friend who's never been skydiving. I love taking someone to do that, or I just took a friend of mine hang gliding, a month ago because that's my favorite, and I just wanted them to have that experience, and so that kind of thing. I love it. I love it.
So what's the most extreme thing you've ever done?
In terms of sports?
In terms of
no!
no.
I don't know. I just put myself on the spot.
There you go.
Let's just stick sports. We're just sticking to sports. I have to say, out of those like hang gliding, skydiving, bungee jumping type activities, hang gliding is my favorite because I think it is the closest that you can feel to flying as a bird ever. It is so peaceful, and when you're up there and you close your eyes and your arms are out and you are with the birds, it is absolutely stunning. You are you're
strapped into it.
You're strapped in, and unless you're an expert, which none of us are or will be, because it's a whole thing, you're with someone, so you're not in charge of your life. There is someone with you that is handling the master of that machine, and they're jacked up because you have to be strong. I remember he's like, let's see if you can do it, because I've done it enough times. And after like 5 seconds, I was like, oh, I'm too heavy. Because it was the whole thing. You need, because you're carrying the weight of that contraption and 2 people in the wind. So if you're not strong and been doing this forever, you will plunge to your...
I'm so scared for you. I don't want you to do
No, but I'm not in charge of that.
Okay.
So I promise. So
Never?
I can just go and enjoy the experience and hope and trust that this man's life and my life is in his hands, and I'm okay with it. I trust him.
I'm so scared for you.
No, I would actually say,
you're safe.
If you've never done any of that, I would love to take you hang gliding, and you can have an experience. Maybe there should be a brunch with Bridget post hang gliding.
No.
Wouldn't that be a good show?
No.
Don't you think you guys should write in and say, Bridget, you need to do that? It's Sheetal. I think that should be something on the wall.
They would love it. I would. I hate heights. I get scared on roller coasters. I don't like heights.
What is it about it? Do you feel
that I could die?
You can't die.
Yes, of course you could die.
You can't die. Like the 1 in a million person, which is so rare.
When people jump off
crazy
buildings,
happening.
they don't jump because of the fall. They jump because they hit the ground. That's what gets them, is the fact that
But
gravity.
people who want to do it in terms of a sport tie themselves in, have all the education so that you're fine, and you have it's one of those things where you push it to the limit. You push that feeling right to the edge, that adrenaline, and you experience.
We're gonna agree to disagree, my friend.
Wait, no roller coasters either? Not even like any kind of free fall or any of that kind of thing?
No. I can do the cups, little, you can spin yourself, and then I get motion sick.
And you go, I don't know. What about going really fast in a car?
I like going fast in cars.
Okay, so that's a start.
I have done trapeze.
Well, so
before.
you're in the air.
But I screamed the entire time.
But you'd scream, by the way, you'd scream in this too, and then you'd get the piece, and you'd be like,
you mean
holy crap. Well, okay, if you
and
want
then
to.
I crack.
And you'd say, holy crap, look at where I am, and you would see the world in a completely different way.
Wow.
You're gonna think
I'll
about
watch
it.
you. I will watch you, and I'll have a little sign.
I think you should all write in and tell Bridget to
don't
think about
bother.
it. Send videos,
Save the
send
paper.
pictures.
Not gonna happen. One thing we have in common is we're both vegetarians.
You are vegetarian?
I am a vegetarian. Have you always been a vegetarian?
No, but
when did you start?
Well, I always wanted to be vegetarian, but I wasn't strong enough, and
it's hard. It's a hard transformation. I've been vegetarian for about 6 years, and I remember giving up chicken was a big deal for me.
I've been vegetarian for about 16, but and my parents, my mom is a vegetarian, and my dad was for most of his life, and then now he is again. He wasn't, and then he is again. And so we grew up in a, we eat mostly vegetarian food. But my mom, as much as she wanted us to be vegetarian, didn't want to, impose it on us and kind of find her own way. So I ate meat, and it's easier. You're an American kid, you're in school, blah, 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 and I wanted to taste it all, and I love chicken, and I love steak. But I always knew that morally, for me, it's not what I wanted, but I was a hypocrite, and I was like, I really like what it tastes like.
And you used to work at McDonald's?
And I worked at McDonald's, and it was just weird all around. And it was a mess of ideas in my head. And then one day I just said, Sheetal, this is you're such a hypocrite, in my opinion, in what I was living like. And so I tried, and 2 months later I fell off the wagon.
You went on a meat binge.
And
it happened.
I did, and then I said, I'm not ready yet. And I said, I'll be ready when I'm ready. And then I did again when I was 16, and I have been good ever since.
Congratulations.
So
What's your favorite vegetarian meal?
I love I love spicy food, so I
love curry.
Yeah, I love Thai food, I love Indian food, I love Mexican food, Doritos, nachos.
Doritos.
is my favorite of all, period, and that's not really vegetarian, it's probably junk food, but I love pastas, pizzas, beyond.
See, what people don't realize that there's plenty of things to eat if you're a vegetarian.
There's so much to eat. My biggest pet peeve, number one, I'm not here to tell everyone how to live their life.
But tell them anyway.
But I hate when people say, what do you eat? Like, you can eat protein. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh my God, exactly. There's so much to eat, and it's actually, nowadays much easier to be a vegetarian than you would think. And it's really just about shifting your consciousness and just making it a change, and then after about a few weeks you're like, oh, well, you see it differently.
Yeah.
And I never have a problem when I go out. I'm never out there being like, what am I going to eat?
Yeah.
And you can eat filling meals that are very satisfying. My friends, when I cook vegetarian.
Oh, you're a cook.
And
what's your specialty?
I don't know if I really have a specialty, but I just cook whatever.
Toast?
Yeah, toast. Cereal. I cook cereal.
Cereal.
No, I cook, and I cook, whether it be pastas or pizzas or salads or Indian food or Mexican, whatever the thing is, and I always cook it, hearty enough that my friends who come over who eat meat don't feel like they're not getting, a proper meal.
Yes.
And if I go to my friend's place, everyone can enjoy that food. If I take something, it's something that everyone always ends up eating. I make a great bean dip, like a great 7-layer bean dip. That
I will not go skydiving with you or hang gliding, but I will let you cook me a bean dip.
It is so yummy, and with guacamole and then chips.
Did your mother teach you how to cook?
My mom is a great cook, and I've learned a lot from her. I should learn more because she's really good. And I wish I knew more because she's fantastic. So I'm learning more and more as I've gotten older. I'm feeling like, I want to learn, So I am definitely trying.
I have a cultural question for you.
Yes.
Now, your parents had an arranged marriage.
Yes.
What are your views on arranged marriages?
I think it's different now. I think even then with my parents, it wasn't, I think a lot of people think, your parents, that you have to marry this person and there's no, input. Which is not the case. And with my parents, as is what's very common now, is what it is kind of, I jokingly say, a pre-screen process where all the nonsense that people worry about is kind of already looked at by people's parents, And then they basically say, well, these are 5 or 6 people that we think would be appropriate, and meet them. And if you like them, then we'll take it from there. So that's really what it means.
If you don't like them, do you go back to the drawing board?
You just keep coming up with a new. Yeah, you just kind of.
It's like a lazy way of dating.
Kind of. Your parents set up a bunch of people that they think would be right for you based on things that shouldn't matter but matter, and then they meet, and then if you hopefully have the chemistry, you take it from there. And so
would you trust your mother to set you up on a date?
I think I've just kind of wanted to do that on my own.
Very smart. She's a smart lady.
I've just kind of been finding my own way with that. And I have no, if it's one of those things where my friends will be like, I wish I had someone introduce me to people
It's good in theory.
It's good in theory, and again, as long as there's no pressure about it, which I think in India it's done a certain way, and there's some people that are very strict and some that are very open. My parents have been very open, and their parents, thankfully they met and they liked each other, and they,
thank God,
they got married. But they don't really date. It's not a dating. I mean, you hang out, but you don't date for, like, where we would date for years to see. You don't do any of that.
So how fast is the process?
It depends. I mean, you go on a few dates and you start to realize if it's something that you're going to want to pursue, and then you'll get engaged and then you'll get married. I mean, it's not like tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you're not doing 2, 3, 4, 5 years like we seem to need to do or whatever culturally is a part of our thing. And then moving in together, you just do it. Yeah, you go for it.
You just hang glide.
You just jump. Yeah, hang glide. Look at that.
Hang gliding of love.
You just jump off the cliff.
Yay! All right,
And soar.
and soar.
Off into the distance.
All right, we'll be right back with more.